right, now the mic is hot.
Ow. Jesus.
Bad. Hot.
It's like trying to get the cookies out of the oven.
Oh my god, it is. And this one is for you audio listeners. I'm so sorry about whatever the fuck happened last week. Yeah, that audio is bad. I fixed it to stop the peaking the best I could. So if things sound truncated, I figured it out over here. Buttons got pushed that shouldn't have been pushed.
It was me.
I
sabotaged it.
You sabotaged last week?
I did. It's because he made fun of me for having to go to the bathroom.
I did a poll. That's all I did was a poll about you having to go to the bathroom. But that being said, are you ready to go?
I am ready to go.
Awkwardly sit here for a moment. Oh, right, there we go. That's all. Oh. You ready to talk about someone's new man and someone's ex and bitter feelings and bitter resentment that could be coming up from this?
A little bit.
Welcome, everyone, to the Wrong Button Podcast with better audio, the show where we talk all things nerd, most things video games, and this is probably our second to last Star Wars podcast of the year. We have one more big one that I know of after this.
Oh, yeah.
We got to do Mandalorian program. We can't...
No, something's coming out in the fall. I don't know what
Is it
yet.
Starfighter, or do you think it's Ahsoka?
Probably Ahsoka.
No, Ahsoka.
Hoping
27.
Ahsoka.
I think Ahsoka's 2027.
Oh, don't say that.
I think it got pushed.
Starfighter would be cool.
Starfighter would be alright.
Also, I like Ryan Gosling, so, you know. Really? No?
Sometimes all the pretty Hollywood boys just look the same to me.
You don't like his acting in The Notebook?
Oh, he was in The Notebook.
Yeah.
No, I just think The Notebook is a really tragic, shitty story.
God damn.
I
Ryan Gosling, if you're
do-
listening to this, I'm so sorry.
I do
don't
like
listen to him.
I do like all the, what do you want from me? Like, what do you want? Make up your mind. But, yeah.
What do you want? Anyway.
Story of every married man's life. Actually, that's not true. My wife knows what she wants unless she's hungry. In which case, or we walk into some place, she's like, I'm not feeling anything. Just order what I'm going to order myself. Anyway, aside from all that, as we talk about my relationship, we should talk about Maul's relationship with his ex. And then, his ex fronting with his new man. And Maul being in a really poly relationship to try to show that he's moved on and is winning the breakup.
Spoiler alert. He's not winning the breakup.
He's really not winning the breakup.
One's called the Shadow Lord, the other is the Emperor of the Galaxy. So...
Well, no, that's not... That's his ex.
Oh, well...
Not the new man is not the Emperor of the Galaxy.
Alright, well, he's the Fist of the Galaxy.
Or the Dark Lord. I feel like they were both trying to be like, who can be edgy? What is edgier? Is Dark
What is edgier?
Is Dark edgier than Shadow, or is Shadow edgier than...
The Shadow Lord's definitely
edgier?
Yeah.
It's the font, right?
So... I thought it was really interesting starting off the episode where they're like hiding out in a... basically like an old apartment building, it kind of looked like. I don't know where they were exactly. Like the gang was trying to regroup. It gave me the feeling of either being an ODST in Halo and just it being in New Mombasa, or being on Reach after it gotten after the glassing had started.
Do you get to be... so I have not gotten far into Reach.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of 3 Halos I've not beaten.
That's surprising.
Or seen all the way through.
Wow.
I've seen all of... I've beaten all of ODST. I just beat Halo 4 earlier this year. So I've not seen... So when you say New Mombasa, I'm like, okay, everything's on lockdown.
Yeah.
The Covenant, like the Empire's patrolling the streets.
Yep.
It should be a stealth thing that they're doing.
That's so surprising, that Reach it. Anyway. Neither here nor there. We'll
Reach came out like when I was...
deployed, right?
Enlisting, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great campaign. So I've heard. I try to play it every year for 4th of July, and I just always get stuck on the mission. One of the missions we have to drive like a warthog around with the rocket launchers, and it's essentially the second mission from 2.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I just get hung up there, and I don't know what it is.
Fair enough. We'll push past this.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I like the setting that the crew were in. What did you think about this connection of the minds between Maul and Devin? First of all, this is the second time now that we've seen Maul infiltrate a kid's mind, because he did the same thing to Ezra back in Rebels. He's really got to stop catcalling or
Grooming?
grooming.
I don't know.
I think that's grooming. Yeah,
I don't know what Maul.
Really, he can't track somebody's age. So
So well, I mean, but
that's exactly what he's doing. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, that's just the Jedi and Sith way.
Yeah.
They're both like, well, I groom for Jesus. The other one's like, well, I groom because I like to groom and I like him young. And I'm like, is one better than the other? Not really.
Well, we're not going to get into that.
There's a whole argument.
That's an easy way to get canceled.
Oh, what's the Catholic Church going to do? Come after us? Go ahead.
I don't know. The Pope's wearing Nikes now, so I didn't know he was chill like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Pope also has opinions on food, so
yeah.
But we've seen this before. We of course we saw it in Empire Strikes Back with Luke or Vader calling out to Luke, and then going father and like feeling that connection. As much as people
that not? I thought that was in Return of the Jedi.
No, that was in. That's after he gets his hand cut off and they rescue him underneath of it.
Yeah. He's going through that. Yeah. Stop tapping into people's mind like that, man. That's not nice.
So it's either he feels Vader calling out to him, or he's in shock and a little delirious. He did just lose a hand and fall a lot.
Well,
and then like hang off. But he also did it to Leia there too, where he calls to Leia, and that's I'm gonna defend the new trilogy real quick. It's like they're diodes in the Force. They're connecting, and it's like it's never been this strong before. And I'm like, when you only have two conduits for the Force, I assume the Force is pretty strong.
There's a lot less people using the Force in those days.
Yeah, like fucking FaceTime is peerless at that point in time.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. I like that.
City's empty. Only two people there.
I really actually like that. I like calling out to old powers. I like the idea that the Force wants Maul to have an apprentice. Because I'm going to go on my teacher rant moment here, and I know we've done it before. You cannot be a master in anything until you can teach somebody to do everything that you have mastered.
Yeah.
And so Maul was never a Sith master. Vader, on a technicality right now, was never a Sith master because he never taught anyone else how to use it. Yeah, no, even in the Sith, he couldn't get the rank of master. Yeah, fucking, that shit sucks, doesn't it?
God, man, Jesus.
Anakin had more credibility as a master than Vader did because he was teaching Ahsoka. And that's part of Ahsoka's journey now, teaching Sabine.
And as far as, until we get some sort of Starkiller stand-in.
What are you talking about? Didn't you know that Maul was Starkiller? I don't know if you know this, but the guy who's voicing Maul...
We get it. Yes.
Also played Starkiller. And they showed you in the show. They fucking showed you. He sits there and goes, wham, and he just... Like, fucking... No. Alright, Sam, I get it. You were Starkiller.
But until they get
no shade to that. I actually really like that scene. It was all hype.
Until they get an actual, Padawan for Dorothy Poo, which
technically,
what's the technically?
Technically now they'd have one, or possibly an acolyte. I don't know if they have Padawans. I think they'd be an acolyte.
Well, I mean, until he actually takes somebody under his wing, not an Inquisitor.
Yep,
because that doesn't fucking count. Inquisitors are so useless, honestly. But until we get somebody who would be Starkiller, then I agree with you.
I had coworkers that are really into Star Wars, and he's gotten his wife into Star Wars a lot, and then he's like they just played through The Force Awakens, and she's like, I didn't know that. I'm like, that's all old Legends canon.
You
that's
mean
not the
Force
one.
Unleashed?
Force Unleashed, that's what it was, yeah. Because she's like, oh, what else has he done? And he's like, oh, let me show you what else that Darth Maul's been in. Yeah, I like that connection thing. I like the idea of the Force being like, hey, Maul, maybe you're ready to become a master, but you need to train somebody.
Yeah.
And I want to see the confliction that Maul has to show of like, okay, how was I trained how to do this? Oh, you didn't try to kill me hard enough. Oh, well, taser.
Yeah.
And then also being like, oh, well, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to do that to somebody.
Yeah. Well, we see that. I think Maul actually respects Devin and Devin's potential.
I think because the Force tells him to.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'd like to think that the Force is. I'd like to think that the like the Bendu is the thing in between. Like there is no light and dark side. It's just how you use it. Yeah. I'd like to think that the Force is like, fuck. Well, I've got these two things growing over here, but maybe we can stop this a little early. Hey, Maul, here's your apprentice. Maybe go show your ex that like your apprentice is a lot cooler and you're cooler than your ex is.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to see the connection between their minds, and she wakes up from the nightmare / vision, and she's like laying it all out for everybody. The pacing of this episode was a little all over the place for me. A little nugget right there. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I didn't have a pacing issue with these.
That's surprising, but okay.
Yeah, this is the.
I felt overall that some of the characters were rushed for me, but she's relaying this essential meeting that Maul wants to have, and Daki makes the mention that in order for Maul to access your mind so easily, you have to have a connection. Which, congratulations, Daki, you're finally putting the pieces together. It's been like 6 episodes that your Padawan has been cheating on you. You're finally getting there, buddy.
There's a whole theme for this episode, guys. Whole theme.
So yeah, they go from that. They're all the while they're being hunted by the Inquisitors too. Mm-hmm. Which Merrick's using the what is it, Force Echo?
Yeah,
like you can see what like.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like Force Echo?
I don't. So I was talking to another friend about it, and he was explaining. He goes, "This was pretty good for a show that like has no stakes because we know where everything ends up." And as somebody who I will read the last chapter of a book before I even start the book, just be like, okay, where do we end? And people are like, why would you do that?
Yeah, you're
like,
diabolical for that.
But I'm like, but that's never been what matters. Like, what matters is how you get there. So you can tell a good story. Now I have some qualms with how they told this story. I think my 2 biggest issues are the Inquisitors that they chose. Because it either makes Maul look like a bitch or Ahsoka a god.
Ahsoka a god. Maul's not at full strength here the entire season. So, well, actually, Maul was at full strength like the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, right until he gets kicked in the shin. And then he's like, God, this really hurts.
I mean, that's the playbook on him. That's what happens when you have robotic fucking legs.
That's true.
So,
yeah, but like those 2 Inquisitors were my biggest issue because neither one of them is impressive after this. And for like as we'll get into it, like shots are given towards the end, but it's like, oh well, that's kind of it, and that's really what like that's what kind of rubs me on those 2 compared to, hey, had we gotten 2 newer Inquisitors that could have been
that you don't know the endings to,
yeah, that could have been like overcome. That was my real issue with those.
Okay. Counterpoint here, real quick. They have the Inquisitors, and then apparently the entire Imperial army is just there.
It was a
a lot of fucking stormtroopers. They said, spare no expense. Send everybody. And I think it showed later as they're leaving the planet finally, but there was a couple of additional Star Destroyers that showed up, so that makes a little bit more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. But you have, on the good guy side, which like Maul for the majority of this episode is on the good guy side.
So we have the civilians. Go ahead, I will count Maul as a civilian.
Okay, Mace.
Oh well, sorry,
Citizen.
because I don't want to call that. You're right. I don't want to call him like on the good team.
Well, I mean, he was.
Yeah, he was.
They. So let me spring forward a little bit.
Go ahead.
They meet with Maul.
Yep.
At this statue, he's proposing an alliance because Maul gets a nice call from what's his name? Starts with a V, right?
Yeah, the guy who played Vision.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, why am I blanking
You're
on his
good.
name? Leader of
Red Suns.
Yeah. Dryden Voss. There we go.
Dryden Voss. Yep.
And so, Dryden calls up and he's like, hey, I want to be the leader of my syndicate. You want to get off of the planet. I help you. You help me kill my leader and install me as the leader of Crimson Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Red Suns, I think, were another.
Crimson Dawn. Yeah, I looked up. Red Dawn is the
Red Suns.
Wolverines.
Oh, well, yeah, Red Dawn, but you said Red Sun.
Oh, I said okay. Yeah.
Which for some reason I think might be a crime organization in the Old Republic, actually.
Maybe.
Don't quote me on it, but anyway, off topic. They're at this meeting. Maul lays it out because, there's one or two options laid out in front of them. They either try to escape with Maul or they get captured in the city. Like, the Empire's closing in like every corridor, especially with the Inquisitors who are just, he's like the Hound, basically.
They're like hounds.
Yeah,
they're
he can
bloodhounds.
smell them. So we have this meeting. Everybody's on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very interesting. I love when bad guys and good guys like have to team up against like a greater evil, because it's just like you get they're going over their escape route, and it's like they're gonna get let out of the city under some like power complex.
Well, because originally it's like we're gonna walk out the front gate, and they're like, well, we can't get out that way.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we can actually chase the guy over here, and this will let us out. I chased a criminal there. Which, have you watched any of the? This is like one of Sam's like prides for this actual scene right here. So Sam talks about why he failed, getting Ahsoka and winning Ahsoka over during quick side tangent, because I felt really good. He goes, okay, so during the Siege of Mandalore, Ahsoka shows up and Darth Maul's like, so hey, shit's bad. The Sith Lord is Palpatine, by the way, and we need to go stop him. I don't think you understand how bad it is. I really wanted Anakin here. I didn't want to hurt him, because if I had Anakin here, I could be like, hey, look. He told me about Darth Plagueis the Wise too. Yeah, that's just it's made up. It's just how he like gets you to like join him. For me, he was like, do you want to be able to see your family again? Did I tell you about Darth Plagueis the Wise, who got to see his family every day? And Ahsoka's like, okay, so say I buy it. But he goes, well, Anakin's not here, which means shit's about to get really bad. So let's go kill Anakin. And Ahsoka goes, no. And Maul goes, I felt like I was so close. Okay, need to work on my delivery a little bit.
Well, yeah, because he never actually says that Palpatine is Darth Sidious. He like alludes to it. He never outright says it though.
Yeah, but all in all, he was just like, yeah, we might need to go kill Anakin. Like, and Ahsoka took exception to that, and then took exception to Maul's face.
Yep. And then he got locked in that cell.
Yeah,
that was funny. And hold on, that's actually a really good point you make, because you can call the Sith evil, you can call them a lot of things. What you can't call them though are liars, because Palpatine's 2 apprentices up to this point. The first one, Count Dooku. What did Count Dooku do in Attack of the Clones? Captured Obi-Wan on Geonosis. Laid out everything for him. He said, hey, the Republic's under the control of the Dark Lord of the Sith. He controls everything. If you team up with me, we can stop him together. Qui-Gon would have listened to me. And you know what? Qui-Gon
Probably would have heard him out.
Yeah, Qui-Gon would have heard him out. And then Maul with Ahsoka. Maul's like, hey, Anakin's the key to this whole shebang. Like you said, things are about to get real bad. Didn't lie to her. And she heard him out up until the whole, kill Anakin part. And then it was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
That's my brother. That's my master and my brother.
Can't do that to him.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, if the Sith tells you about some sinister plot, you might want to listen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because
I don't even think what's his name lied in Acolyte either. He also was just like, "You'll call me a Sith because that's what you do as Jedi."
Yeah.
I don't call myself that, but I guess you would call me a Sith.
Yeah, Maul. You're right though. Maul still needs to work on his delivery. He's getting there. He's done better.
You know what? He got a little push towards the end that really helped sell it.
Good one. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, so can we talk about the scene where they're getting ready to enter the complex and there's like a walker outside and some stormtroopers.
You mean the most aura farming scene that we have seen to date? Maul's like, you know what? I don't have a boombox, but I have an idea.
And we also don't have time for this. Let's go. He just walks out straight up there, ignites his lightsaber. He drags it on the ground. He's like, come on.
Mrs. Play hates. Because I were watching a lot of anime.
Yeah.
And so that's a big thing in anime is like someone just drags their like super awesome, thing on the ground. But then if you ever play like Silent Hill 2, Pyramid Head has a giant cleaver that he like drags behind him on the ground and it's super menacing. And I'm like, oh, that's really bad. And all Mrs. Play goes, that dulls the blade. I'm watching this the entire time going like, it's just light, man. It just cuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, you don't have to worry about that with a lightsaber. So, yeah, it was nice. I mean, those stormtroopers, they got wombo comboed real quick because Spybot jams their comms. You know, they still have 3 Mandalorian mercenaries left. I think they got Icarus with them.
They have Icarus. They have Rook, and they have like 2 or 3 other Mandos.
Yeah, and then you got Two Boots and Captain Lawson and Riley, which annoyed the hell out of me. Because this is a problem with Disney Star Wars. You see it a lot of places in the animation, not everywhere, but when they're executing the scene and Lawson's about to get shot by a stormtrooper, but then Riley shoots him, he stuns him. I feel like Disney does that so much.
The stun is so goddamn powerful.
Oh yeah,
I guess the stun just doesn't work on droids, but
it's just a one shot, man.
It's
it's so hard to miss.
And Rex is doing it. Ahsoka, I think she just builds up a tolerance after a while.
Yeah,
because of how many times she got stunned in that one training episode.
Yeah, and in the Bad Batch, they did it a lot too because they were going up against their
other clones,
the regs. Yeah, but they're still the other clones. That makes sense. That's fair. But everybody else is shooting.
They're lazy. And I think when they go up against, I think the only time it takes more than 1 or 2 is when they go up against Scorch. I think he takes 2 to 3.
Was it 2 to 3? I thought it was way more than that.
It is not a one shot.
No,
his
it
armor
is
is that much better.
It was good to see him in Bad Batch.
It was. Hey, shout out. The GameStop. I don't like the way it looks, but they're getting a Sev Clone Commando helmet that you can buy.
Oh, cool.
And Black Series is re-releasing the Clone Commando updated. So I might pick that up because it looks
better.
Oh, a lot better.
Nice.
But yeah. And can we just talk about the fact that they were like, hey, let's just do all the... It feels like Disney Star Wars is also leaning into now, you have to be able to... They have to do something they did in the video games to make the video games now not seem like you're the most broken, overpowered Jedi ever.
There was so much of Battlefront 2 in this show. So much of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean, like,
100%.
Maul throwing like, Maul pulls a fucking, like, Cal Kestis and, like, throws his lightsaber and, like, God, and then the fucking, I'm like, Jesus.
I mean, that makes sense. It's easy for it, because, I mean, at this point, you know, the Jedi got all wiped out for the most part, so you're not focusing your manufacturing of your weapons and stuff to counter Jedi. So you wouldn't have to worry about a lightsaber slicing and dicing you. That walker got fucked up. Oh my god.
It felt unnecessarily violent.
It did
towards that walker.
It did.
Because that walker is, what does he do? He throws the lightsaber, cuts the leg.
Oh, the sound mixing and everything of that too was just so beautiful.
Runs up, like, slices into it, pushes through, gets to the other side, and then buzzsaws the lightsaber through the cockpit.
Yep.
And then, like, catches it, and, like, it felt like he was, all right.
And he did the whole cool thing, you know, cool guys don't look at explosions bit too.
And it felt like he turned and looked at Devin and went like, does your master do this for you?
No, that's exactly what
I could do this for you. It was the most,
because
like...
Devin gave, like, a little smirk, you know? And I think Docky looked over, like, come on.
Like, it's not that... I could do that too.
I could, but I'm not gonna. But yeah. Showing the comparisons between Maul and Docky. There are so many comparisons in this episode. Or this finale.
There. I think Maul was right.
Oh, we'll get there. There. We're getting there. So yeah, like, you know, Lawson makes that comment when they're getting into the tunnels to go outside of the city, and he said, "It's, you know, I once chased a criminal down here. Now it's super ironic that I'm escaping throughout these exact same tunnels."
Yeah. I think he also, like, looks at short shit.
Vario,
I can never remember his name. He looks at Vario and goes, I don't want to hear anything from you.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, just like, it's like,
shut up.
Shut up, we're not doing this. There were a couple other, like, funny-ish one-liners.
Well, we're getting to another one too. They get down in the tunnels and they get to the acid pits, and Two Boots is like, "This is being illegally disposed of. I better report this." And then it's just like
everyone just turns,
looks at him. That was we were talking about before we came on about there are so many worthy screenshots, like backgrounds that you would make out of this episode. I want one of them all looking at fucking Two Boots.
Yeah, just everyone in agreement going like, Two Boots.
Really,
dude, no.
Yeah. He said maybe this is not the most pressing thing right now. I'm like, yeah. They got off the planet and Two Boots is sitting there calling from a burner, from a payphone. There's illegal acid under the city.
I want that to be like in the next season, like Riley comes back as like an Imperial auditor or something, and like goes there and goes like, by the way, who the fuck is doing this? We're stopping this. He won't shut up about it.
Yeah, Two Boots is a stickler for the rules.
Yeah, he is.
You know, this whole thing happened because of him. So, I mean, granted, the Empire would have gotten there sooner. Somebody would have said something sooner or later, but
yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Lawson cut a deal. Wouldn't have happened to happen.
True. So, you know, they're trying to find a skiff. They got that tiny little thing going across.
I like how Riley was like, hey, what about one of those? Like, that won't work.
Yeah.
And so, like, okay, here, take this. And that's what they do.
Yeah. Shout out Spybot for, you know, getting the thing working.
Mm-hmm. You hear it upstairs. Mrs. Play's watching it right now, so it's like, I wonder where she's at.
Yeah. So I'm so curious. No, but so R.I.P. Spybot. Can we?
But before we get there,
yeah.
One, I like how. So start this. Maul is like get Riley and Lawson over first, and you get the first goodbye speech of, hey, I haven't been as good of a dad. I've been like preoccupied.
Oh, I knew he wasn't long for the world.
I was like, okay, this is you're either gonna die now or you're dying the next episode. Doesn't matter. Riley gets to go, but we get to do this together, and you're not bringing along, you know, your side squeeze, who I'm hoping is still alive too.
Probably not, but
I want her to be in Maul's retinue.
Yeah, but we never saw the
never saw a body.
Well, never saw the lieutenant either after that. Too.
Yeah.
So
But they're going over there, and then they hop off after having their moment. And Riley like reaches out, like ruffles, like where the hair would be on the spine. I was like, no touching me, not you. I was just like, oh, okay, like
No touching.
because Maul does that early on and like gives it a pet, like purrs. And if you were gonna say there's a pacing issue, I would say it's here, and it's the convenience abilities.
So I might have misspoke. I think it's not a pacing issue. I think a lot of the endings of these characters felt rushed. That's more so I think where I take issue with. And actually, yeah, right in the series of events. I mean, supporting characters are dropping like flies, and this is where it starts. Can we talk about the entrance that the Inquisitors make, though?
Yeah, go ahead. Did you? I guess you liked it.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
Okay.
It almost felt like. Did you watch Danny Phantom?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead. The box ghost. Sorry.
Top 10 intro song, by the way. Very, very hip. But it's like, yeah, it's like you gotta stop all the ghosts from coming through, and it's like that's what it felt like. The Inquisitors coming through the tunnel. That it almost felt like that was the like they were coming through the ghost portal. That's like the kind of like connection I made in my head. It looked really cool.
Before this, because Rookcast is like, hey, maybe we should should we really keep them around? He goes, Master Docky is a Jedi Master and deserves or has some class. He is a Jedi Master and deserves our respect. He is useful for now. And I was like, okay, there was enough like Maul there that I was like, okay, you're saying the right things. That way, if you're overheard, and then you give your like real thoughts afterwards, where it's like, okay.
But also, I think Maul's grown to appreciate any Jedi who's actually survived the Purge, too. That's what I got out of that as well.
There is whether it was run or fight, but I think ultimately it always has to be run because it's just congratulations, survive.
Yeah,
like everyone just went to the final level of Reach.
Yep,
and Maul does.
You'll get there one day.
And I've played the final level of Reach. And I like that Maul, I think, also respects Master Docky more because not only did he stay alive, but he kept his Padawan alive.
Yeah, which is there's not many Padawan Master pairings left in the galaxy. Actually, I'm not even thinking of. I can't even name one.
I was just going through that because I was like, okay, I was like, T'Pol died when we did when
Fallen
you played
Order.
Fallen Order.
That was heartbreaking.
Oh yeah,
God, he was so cool too.
He really was. Like seeing Zeb's race as like a Jedi was like, oh, this is And he was imposing.
He was a badass.
Then Anakin died.
Yep.
Obi-Wan didn't keep Anakin alive, so then we got that one too. The
Luminara kicked it.
Caden,
Depa Billaba.
She didn't make it. Yeah, no, it was a lot of Padawans that lived,
got orphaned.
Yeah, and eventually trained Boken of their own.
Yeah,
but
yeah, so literally, not
this is the only one. This is the only one I can think of.
That
maybe we can account. Well, no, I guess the Asajj Ventress one is now after. It's after Order 66. When the Jedi youngling finds her and is like, "You're a Jedi," and
right,
that
was in
like,
Tales of the Empire, wasn't it?
Tales of the Underworld, yeah.
Or Tales of the Underworld, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
still, yeah. So really, this was the only time that we got. Wow, I feel like we really took that dynamic for granted.
Yeah. Not everyone else sacrificed themselves so their youngling could escape.
Yeah.
Better or worse.
You think we're gonna get an Order 66 for those two? Like a flashback maybe in the next season? I hope so. I'm a little bummed that we didn't get to see their escape from the clones.
I think it'll be a mention. I don't think it matters.
Ugh.
I think it'll be
just because it doesn't matter doesn't mean I don't want to see it.
I mean, I get that, but
Gosh.
like, it's it's going to be running might have saved you from Order 66, but it will not serve you anymore to the same degree.
Put this man in the writer's room. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Good job.
I think a lot about
Gold
this
star.
stuff. Thank you. I think a lot about this stuff when I'm supposed to be working. I'm just kidding. I do
We
work.
need to get you to write your own Star Wars show. Dave's actually secretly listening to this. He's like writing shit down.
Shit down? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
shit Chris says.
This works in the future. Okay.
This is good. I'm just going to say it. The fight scene in the acid pits, which is what I'm calling that little underground spot.
Yeah, fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking insane.
It was good.
My favorite piece of it was Icarus, the last Dabrak brother.
Yep.
Who you also knew wasn't going to be long for this world because his brother died defending Maul. So what does Icarus have to do? Die defending Maul.
So I'm not going to lie. I thought we were going to get Rook and Icarus, Maul, and Devin.
As like a fearsome foursome.
That's going to be who builds Maul's empire.
Yep.
And then we were going to get Riley and Two Boots going to the Empire, doing their thing over there. I was not expecting everyone in Maul's retinue to bite it.
I wasn't expecting Rook to bite it, but we'll get there.
Yes.
Well, Icarus went out like a badass. First of all, he got shot like 4 times too.
He's using like kinetic, solid steel throwing knives,
and just threw 3 of them, bam, and then goes in for the tackle kill into the acid.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm dying. That's fine, but I'm taking you guys out. I think Maul like gets 3 of the guys before he gets to it because he does the lightsaber throw again.
Yeah,
to like clean out a bunch of fucking
and right before that, Spybot gets Inquisitored.
That one hurt the most.
Oh yeah,
because Maul didn't yell for Rook. Maul didn't yell for Icarus. Spybot.
He was pissed. He was. I mean, yeah, he was such a loyal droid.
He was a chopper.
Yeah, he was an evil chopper. Well, I can't. Okay,
he might have been the good chopper. I didn't see him commit any more crimes.
He's Chopper's brother. That's what that was. I was so sad when he bit the dust. I like Spybot this entire time.
Yeah. Poor guy's debut acting job, and killed off at the final bits of the first season.
How pissed do you think Maul gets when he sees those Inquisitor lightsabers? Because they can't do the spinny things. They need to rely on technology to spin their lightsabers the way Maul does.
But their things also have like blades on the hilt. So like I feel like theirs are slightly more like combat effective against like a non. I don't even know how to. But theirs have blades.
They're
so
posers. That's what they are.
If they threw those themselves, they'd be like chakrams, and I think you could still wedge one of those in someone's neck. Because some of them also don't have it where it like flips up like the seventh sister with the big one in Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Hers like flips up on both sides, and she's got like the thing. But then the 11th sister, hers is only, or second sister only has one.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like he's got to be pissed every time he sees that.
Yeah,
like that's got to be like I
still want to know how the emitter works.
Hey, take it up with the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, I just that's the weird one.
Yeah, but yeah, no, people were dropping like flies. Like in the acid pit alone, we lost Spybot. All the Mandalorians died.
No.
Oh no,
one survived.
One survived.
One survived.
Yep.
2 survived. Technically, Rook and the other one.
True.
2 survived.
Yes, 2 survived. They survived.
Yes,
they did survive the acid pit.
They did survive the acid pit. Everyone gets over. Once again, the stunny thing, the stun version. Did you notice that? Like, what I can't figure out is the stormtroopers at this point look like they have their like their standard issue that we would see in 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, but
somehow Riley picks up a fucking clone trooper like standard issue.
Well, yeah, no, they're still using the was it like DC?
What? Yeah,
15A A, I think.
Were they still using that? Okay.
Because I think a DC-15 is the long.
Oh, like the one that the dolphin fins wore at the very beginning, the start of the movie?
The start of the Attack of Clones. The DC-15 I think is just the long barreled version. Of the DC-15A I think they cut the barrel off and it's a little bit more rapid fire.
Yeah.
To kind of.
But he's just like using that, and once again using stun rounds.
Yeah.
And it feels like the circles are going around his people and boop on the other guy.
Yeah.
And
he's a good shot, and that makes me really happy that at least obviously
because Lawson goes, just remember what I taught you.
Yeah. So it makes me happy that Lawson hadn't always been such a crappy dad. Or he's not. You can't really say crappy. He's just so involved in his work.
Yeah, single dad who's a cop.
Yeah, I mean, that's just you got a lot on your plate
with the Empire now taking over. Yeah.
But it makes me happy that there was a time where they were practicing shooting together. Probably when the family was together.
Yeah.
But it was good to get that kind of background on what their dynamic used to be when they were spending more time together. So, Riley's a very understanding kid, by the way.
Yeah. I was expecting... So at this point, this is where I was like, okay, Riley's going to get pushed to the dark side. Mm-hmm. Or he's going to push the Empire because he's going to see... He's going to see, Devin do something that gets his dad killed. Mm-hmm. Or see Maul do something that gets his dad killed. Now, the only thing I can think of is this would never have been a problem if those Jedi hadn't shown up.
Yeah.
And that could be why, him... Other than, what we obviously get.
I mean, he could blame Maul for it, though, because Maul's the one who showed up first. So...
No, he did not know about that. Devin and Docky showed up in their house.
Oh, well, yeah, fair. Okay.
Yeah, that would be my big, they endangered me, they did all this stuff, they killed
Even
my
though
dad.
Maul was the one who technically was the obsession of Lawson's first.
Yeah.
So, fair enough, fair point. Yeah, them getting across, and also just the lightsaber duels in this entire thing.
The 5 pose, block.
Yeah, everybody's blocking each other, for each other.
Did you notice it stopped for 3 frames there?
It did,
that, and then the frame stops, and then it's it's easily 3 to 5 frames. It's just frozen
because Dave was like, everybody get your camera out, get this frame right here.
Yep,
this is badass.
You got 5 keyframes.
I'm giving you badassery right now. Make sure you got everything together. Come on. So, and I love Maul in this scene because. And we've talked about this on a couple of the other podcasts because we were wondering who. I think we were talking about the cliffhanger when Merrick was on the he was getting a holo transmission. He was talking to somebody, and we were trying to guess who is it? Is it the Grand Inquisitor? Is it the Emperor? Is it Vader? Mm-hmm. And I sat here, and I was like, well, this is a pretty big threat if you think about it because it's not only the Shadow Lord. Weird to call Maul that still, honestly. It's Palp's former Sith apprentice, a Jedi Master, and the Jedi Master's apprentice, Padawan. But
okay, is he a Jedi Master?
Docky?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, is that confirmed?
Yeah, he's a Jedi Master.
He's just not on the council.
You don't have to be a master to be on
the council. Yeah,
there are tons of masters. Qui-Gon was a master.
Yeah. I guess it feels because Anakin was not a master when he had Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels
you don't
weird.
have to be a Jedi master to take on a Padawan. You just have to be a knight.
So what I'm saying is it kind of feels weird that everybody else except for Ahsoka got trained by a master.
Well, I mean, they have to call.
Yeah, but. Sure, he is her master because, master apprentice type relationship. But, that's my thing is he a Jedi Knight or is he a Jedi Master?
He's a Jedi Knight.
Yes, but...
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is...
Wait, oh, so Docky is a Jedi Master.
Okay.
Fair. He's a formal... he's reached the rank of
master. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
But now I'm trying to think of, other Jedi who have Padawans who aren't masters.
And there isn't one.
No, there is. There totally is. Give me a second. I'm thinking.
Unless Master T'Pol was only a Jedi Knight, but I think he was even a master.
He might not have been. I'm thinking. You make a really good point.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, like they say, like even Maul says like Jedi Master, but that's why I'm like, oh, is he a
Huh.
an axe? Oh, holy shit! Master to Paul, his master was Yaddle.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Jedi General as commanding all for blah blah blah.
Yeah, because you don't need to be a Jedi Master to be a Jedi General, because all the Knights are generals. Huh.
Okay, Paul was a Jedi Master.
And like one of the big things is that I found at least is training a Padawan to knighthood was one way to become a master.
Yes.
But like Obi-Wan wasn't a Jedi Master in Attack of the Clones. He was only made a Jedi Master at the start of the Clone Wars.
He was
because Anakin had passed the trials and
became a Jedi. Was a Jedi Knight by the time we got to him in. Well, he was a Jedi Knight by the time we got to him in the Clone Wars TV show.
Are you talking about Anakin was?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Anakin was. Yeah, because Anakin was made a Jedi Knight like right after Attack of the Clones, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm getting a lot of like High Republic answers that like, this person has a Padawan, that person. I can't think of anybody that comes to mind immediately.
And that's why it's like Master Daki is
he's also like a ancient too. He's old. We don't get a confirmed age for him, but he is old. I think I put him around like 100 and something. We don't get a lot of his background, which is so unfortunate because we're not going to get it anymore unless we get like some flashbacks, but not really. But the thing, circling back to where I was going with this, the thing I loved about Maul in this scene is that like he is defending everybody equally. Like he's not just favoring, he's not just favoring like his guys. I loved how Rook really wanted to stay on the other side and defend with them, but Maul's like barking at her, like, get across now. Like, we don't have time to discuss this. Go. Mm-hmm. But the thing that really endeared me to Maul, which then hurt me about Maul in the next episode, but in this episode, he forces Daki across too. And he's holding off the Inquisitors and the Stormtroopers while Daki got across to get to his Padawan. Which I was like, man, Maul, thank you.
But then you also get to see in turn, like, Devin goes, maybe my master's not right about Maul. And she's like, okay, the skiff. And, she's holding it up herself.
Also, why is she the only one holding it? Daki, are you not going to give him a hand? Give her a hand?
He's tired and old. I don't like.
Okay, that's fair. Like, I feel like that's our fallback for everything.
He's tired and old. I don't know.
He's tired.
Dude, I'm tired. I'm not old, but I'm tired. I get it.
Yeah.
And then hold on. We got to talk about Maul's next aura farming thing, which is he runs, jumps, hits the platform, hits the skiff. The Inquisitor lightsaber like catches just underneath of him right after he gets off on the other side, and then he's holding the lightsabers up backwards in the Starkiller pose.
First of all, yeah.
And then he just turns and looks
at them. The
Starkiller
pose, the Ahsoka pose,
and he just turns and looks at them, and it's just one of those things like, I'm not impressed by the little toys that my master seems to play with. Like, this is like Maul looking at Darth Sidious's twinks that he's now like, well, I took over this, so now I'm just going to have a bunch of twinks on my side.
Are we watching Darth Maul, or are we just watching Sam Witwer? Because that line is so great at this point that I don't even know.
That's what I said, we're just watching. It's like, hey, did you know I was in a really good Star Wars video game? Don't worry, I'll let you know which one. Pose. Like, all right, Sam.
Which is so funny, too, because, in this day and age, we're all slaves to an algorithm.
Yeah.
If you're browsing stuff randomly, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, yada, yada, yada. I've gotten so many Force Unleashed YouTube shorts in the last 2 weeks out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. No.
I'm like, oh, okay. So
I've gotten the Hat Guy podcast. I've sent you like his take. It's the guy who's wearing a hat and he has like hot, like what you would call hot takes compared to like me, because I'll be like, no, I think the new trilogy is good.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot of merit, and I think if you stack all the movies against each other, you can look at them and objectively go, some of these are bad movies. I just like them, which is fine. But yeah, no, I do think some of this was just Sam being like, but make him do the Starkiller pose.
Yeah.
Sam, I don't think he needs to do the Starkiller pose.
Dave,
And
I
then
will not say this again.
He needs to throw the lightsaber like Starkiller. Like it is very much just like, man, Starkiller was really cool.
This was him abusing the fact that Dave got a promotion, and so he's like, look at me, I am the producer now.
And I know they both take it very seriously,
Yeah.
but I do want to imagine that they're just like, you think we could just do it? You think we get it by them? We just do that?
Yeah.
Like what? Like I'm waiting for him to teach her. Like it's like I'm gonna teach you my strongest ability. It's called the Star Killer. She's like, that's really melodramatic. I know.
So yeah, that we're getting close to the end of the episode here, because after the acid pit, they make it out.
They make it out, and it kind of ends. That is the end.
No, not yet.
Okay.
It didn't end there. Because they get into the jungle, which I think is really cool. The fact that outside of the city, it's just straight jungle.
I was expecting it to be more Coruscant-y than it actually was. And I think it's because
for some reason I was thinking more Mandalorian, not quite as like desolate, but I thought a little bit more
like it was going to be the isolated cities, and then you go outside the cities, and you got like whatever the wilderness is.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't, for whatever reason, because like the city was so big.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, obviously it's a not as developed Coruscant.
Yeah.
That feels weird to say.
So were you thinking we'd get like the suburbs basically?
Yeah, we get like something like that.
The burbs.
Oh, that's right. Because then he goes, let him know they're on the way, and like click, and he has a communicator, and like goes, we should let them know they're on the way. They're heading like directly to him. Which
I love how Dryden Voss, by the way, is just he's always had such a freaking anger problem.
Yes,
brother, it's one. Like, Vario's trying to do you a solid and let you know how bad the situation is on the ground, and you're just angry all the time. He's living on Dryden time. He doesn't give a shit about anybody else.
Yeah. That's right. We do get a little bit like something from him.
Yeah.
Get there, Vario. Fine.
And so he like they're outside of the gates, and
so this part was the part that was spoiled for me.
The fog?
The fog and what happens.
Okay.
And this is where I was like, oh no. This is... You've seen Jaws?
Yeah.
Have you seen Aliens?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alien.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know why the shark wasn't shown in Jaws?
No.
It didn't work. They did not get the shark working until the final day of shooting, when they're like, this needs to fucking work, and it's the boat scene.
Mm-hmm.
That is the whole reason you do not see Jaws.
Okay.
And arguably, it takes this like what could have been like a pseudo monster flick into a horror thriller.
Yeah.
And that's also then what they did with was it Ridley Scott, I think, did the first one? Yeah, James Cameron did the second one. Ridley Scott took that motif when he did Alien, mm-hmm. and was like, okay, you only see the alien at the end.
Yeah.
Like you see the burst part, you see the stuff, people get picked up, and like you might see him like appear out of something, but you never get a good shot at him. Mm-hmm. And that's what made Alien a horror movie. Aliens is just an action sci-fi flick. All right, I guess we're gonna do it.
Because we're here now.
Yeah. There's a fog outside. Rook Cast and the Last Mandalorian are gonna go forward and they're gonna scout.
Yeah. The Mandalorian, you can just hear his muffled screams in the back. And then like Rook goes out to investigate, and then comes back and she's like, there's something out there. And
you just kind of find it weird that it looked like she was grabbed by the feet and drugged back that way.
She was with the Force.
Wait, so
No.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me think about this.
Yep.
You want to talk about some melodrama? Because I would just think you'd be like this, and all of a sudden she'd be like this into the fog.
Yeah.
No, she was dragged. He was like, there are the feet. grab
I'm
the
gonna
feet,
grab that.
and I'm gonna drag it. So for a moment, you're like, "Fuck, what the hell is out here?"
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear it.
Yep.
This, I'm gonna tell you right now, this was their make or break moment for me. Of will I watch another season of this?
Uh-huh.
If Vader had said one word, he would have been completely ruined, and I think would have killed everything right then and there.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
He has no reason to talk to them.
Yeah. And so, and
he right now is the menacing black armored thing.
this is early Empire Vader. He's just on the hunt and he's angry and just he's lost He's not and I keep referring to him as doing like this is Vader doing his 9 to 5.
Yes, this is
Like he's at work. Don't bother him when he's at work. And you're right. And I loved how they used him like that.
Yes, because it's like when we got him in Rebels, we get the like he has to talk.
Yeah.
When we get him in episode 4, 5, and 6, he has to talk. He has a reason to talk.
Yeah.
When we got to see him in Jedi Fallen Order, he was terrifying and did not talk. I don't think he said a line in that after he stabbed the 11th sister. I'm like 95% positive he doesn't talk, and he just does the like, he moves faster than you. I don't know how, but he does. Even in, I think he did talk in Star Wars Jedi Survivors.
He did, yeah.
But that was...
I think he was more so impressed that they'd rebuilt the archives and stuff like that. I think he was impressed at the scale that they were trying to...
I think you're right. I think that was like, oh, you guys escaped me once. You are now due this courtesy.
Naughty, naughty. You no escape, Darth Lord.
But yeah, this to me was the make or break it moment. And if Vader had said a word, I'd have been like, okay, this is... It doesn't matter how this resolves. You have made Vader into something he shouldn't be.
And what would that be?
He'd have been a character. At this point in time, I want him to be the alien. I want him to be the shark.
Yeah.
When he shows up, holy fuck, he's here.
Well, and so that's what I really appreciated about this.
And that's what I said. They did it right because he didn't talk.
Yeah.
So this is me saying that was my worry, and that was my biggest worry going into this when it got spoiled for me. Was, okay, he's here.
And so I'm thinking of all of the other times that we've seen Vader in like Disney Star Wars. I think is the correct way. He plays a big role in Rogue One. Well, not like a big role, but he's in that movie. He's essentially the Emperor's receptionist.
So and here's my other thing for Rogue One, right?
Yeah.
When he's doing the Vader thing, he doesn't talk. He goes through the hallway, he does the hallway scene, and it's badass.
Yeah.
When has to be middle manager Vader, like, okay, you can talk, but you're right. Now he's just middle management, and this fucker is just like...
Popping out a dad joke. Don't choke on your ambitions. That was fucking hilarious. I cracked up when I saw Rogue One, and I saw that. I was like, all right, Dad Vader. You don't even know it. You're about to know. But yeah, and this is the Vader I fucking love seeing. Because you're right, in the hallway scene of Rogue One, everybody talks about that hallway scene because it's peak Vader. He's just cutting through people, using the foot, choking people out. He's just doing it for sport.
Yes.
This is him, hunting. And throughout Disney Star Wars, the times that we've seen Vader outside of Rogue One, really, is we've seen an emotionally compromised Vader or a very angry Anakin in a suit, Because in Obi-Wan, he's going after his former master again, the guy who beat him in a duel, lit him on fire, and said, peace.
Did he talk before he knew it was Obi-Wan?
Yes, because I think he was talking to the Inquisitors, doing like his middle management.
Okay,
thing.
Middle management, but he did.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing is when middle management Vader is not a character.
Yeah. Well, there's really only two times that Darth talks. It's either he's talking as middle management Vader or he's an emotionally compromised Vader.
And that's when he's fighting.
Yeah, he's fighting Obi-Wan, or when he saw Ahsoka in Rebels. Yeah.
Did he talk before?
Actually, he talked to or he's doing the manipulating Sith thingy, because he had to fight Ezra originally. He said a couple words to Ezra, like oh, like you've been trained well, like, and I think he was like making his sales pitch to Ezra. He's like, the Emperor will be most impressed with your abilities, when he's also grooming kids. Everybody's out there trying to groom kids, man.
And I think, to be fair, there, they also had killed the Grand Inquisitor, so they do get to have words.
He's worthy of words.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. Vader does not talk to you unless you are worthy.
Yeah,
and you have to do something. So surviving him once, Cal Kestis can talk to. Sirajin does, but it's like she rebuilt the archives, and it was like 3 Jedi were there.
Yeah,
a Jedi Knight and 2 Jedi Masters. So yeah,
yeah. So this is just Vader doing his 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Was great to see him. They executed him perfectly. I mean, that just, I was terrified every time he was on the screen. And that's where the episode ends. It's just like Vader's like right there. And so a lot, I think, has been talked about in the last few days following the finale. What does Vader think of Maul? Because, I mean, Maul to him, he killed his first master, technically, because, I mean, Qui-Gon was supposed to be Anakin's master.
Mm-hmm.
Almost ran him over with a speeder. That wasn't cool. Anakin, duck!
I don't think Vader thinks anything of him.
Well, so, I'm getting to that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The last time that Anakin and Ahsoka speak, Ahsoka is going off to go confront Maul on Mandalore. And Obi-Wan and Anakin get called away to go rescue the Chancellor. And so a friend of mine was trying to make the case that, like, does Vader think that Maul killed Ahsoka? Because at that point, Ahsoka's nowhere to be found, assumed dead in that crash. Because at the end of Clone Wars, we get the scene with Vader. And I thought originally the scene was a fresh Vader, like right after the events of the Revenge of the Sith. Like they'd found the Venator.
Yeah,
I thought it was like right after that. And I was like, oh, he's looking for Ahsoka now. That's interesting. But no, in that scene in Clone Wars, I did not realize this until this week. Those are A New Hope era stormtroopers. They're in their
okay.
Yeah, like it's A New Hope era stormtroopers and the snowtroopers and stuff like that. I thought he was with clones still. I was wrong. It was.
I think the second he touches her lightsaber, he knows she's alive. And we also have to think that, like, at this time, we're getting to A New Hope.
Yeah,
Ahsoka's already killed the 11th brother.
Yeah, but nobody knows that because the 11th brother doesn't know who they're being sent for. Like in Tales of the Jedi, when she's facing off against the 11th brother, they're called because of a Jedi. They didn't know that it was Ahsoka, that it was the Padawan, the former Padawan of Anakin Skywalker.
Which everyone can apparently feel that. It just feels like everyone goes like, "Oh my God, you were Anakin's Padawan."
I mean, that leaves when you're off committing war crimes in the galaxy, it kind of sticks with you a little bit.
You're right.
Light side later.
Light side later. I don't think. Has Anakin ever seen Maul?
So he, and I can't remember when he mentions this. Might be in Clone Wars Act, maybe. But a big part of Anakin's saber training was going over the security footage of Obi-Wan's duel with Darth Maul and training from that. Because everybody makes such a big deal out of Obi-Wan killing the first Sith that's been seen in 1,000 years, you know?
He's never seen Maul. Everything when Satine is killed, when all of that is going on.
Well, yeah, he never saw Maul in the Clone Wars. No.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is he might see Maul. Because we also know Savage Opress was running around at this time.
Yeah.
But we don't know that Savage, he doesn't know that Savage is dead. I don't think he thinks anything of Maul. I don't
think anybody knows Savage is dead. He just kind of disappears because
and then Maul disappears too, and now he's back. Somehow Maul returned.
Well, that's a good one. How did Maul return? By the grace of Palpatine. That's why.
I don't think he thinks anything of him. I think he's just there, or he knows that it's Maul and that there's something that matters. But I don't think. I think we're at like
I don't even know who you are.
No, because there's a comic where he fights a clone of Maul.
And Darth or Anakin?
Darth Vader.
Okay.
Fights a clone of Maul that the Emperor did to replace him. Because Vader, Sidious is just himself.
Is this a canon comic?
I think this is a canon comic. Let me look it up real quick. Darth Vader fights clone of Maul.
Really? Duel on Calicar 6?
Yes. Oh, never mind. This is from Star Wars Legends. Okay. So
yeah,
sorry, that's what I was.
So yeah, that's my thing.
So if that's on Legends, yeah, no, I think he knows Maul is there. I don't think he thinks that Ahsoka's dead. Like I think Anakin and Vader very much work on the line of there was no body.
Yeah.
Until I see a body, they're not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it is interesting because I'm not sure we get Vader in season 2. I think they escape. They've already escaped the Empire. They're going to focus on rebuilding the criminal element of the Syndicate and all of that, right? I think this is the only time we see Vader in this show.
Yeah.
Until maybe the very, very, very end. But Maul ends up on Malachor somehow. That's, when you mentioned earlier in the podcast that, that's what you do with books, you go read the last chapter, and then you like to figure out how it all got here.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I feel right now, because I'm trying to just piece everything back.
Yep.
How does he get on Malachor?
Does he get the Darksaber back?
Who knows?
Well, yeah, he has to, because it's on the planet of the, it's on the Night Sisters, in the Night Sisters cave, when he takes Ezra there.
Oh, yeah, true.
So, because he's like, oh, that was a time from when my power was almost... Absolute, yeah. And so, there's a lot of little stuff in here that I'm like, oh, this is genuinely super cool.
I think that's a really great part about Star Wars, though, too, is that this is the stuff that we love to talk about, and it's the what ifs. And it's do they know each other? Don't they? And that's what I like. Keeps us talking. It's not point A to point B.
This is also where Dave Filoni says, Dave Filoni told Sam was you don't want stories to be a 1-to-1 because if you use the bathroom, you don't want stories to be a 1-to-1 because the Jedi are becoming legends. The Clone Wars is becoming a legend. It's like World War II for us. Almost most people
you fought the Clone Wars, you old bag.
Yeah, nobody's around anymore for World War I practically.
No, yeah, nobody is actually. No.
Yeah, there's no World War II is very quickly following it.
Yep.
And you got to think about there was a time where people were old enough to have fought in World War I, World War II,
yep,
and I think the Korean War.
Yeah.
World
War II, Korea, and then a little bit in Vietnam.
Yeah, but they'd been pushing retirement age in Vietnam.
Yeah.
But yeah, that and it's you would have had that in the Clone Wars, people who knew the Jedi in the height, and knew them during the Clone Wars and then at the fall.
Not many,
yeah.
And also there just wasn't enough of them. 10,000 Jedi Knights in the galaxy.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking galaxy.
And you also like now it's the question is okay, how did we get down? How did we get down to 10,000? How did we get down to 10,000? That's the question.
But like also like that's also the thing because and you're so right because one of the big lies that Palp says throughout the prequels is that like the Jedi started the war, and he's able to get away with stuff like that because there's not enough. You don't see Jedi around, and so it's easy to think like, oh yeah, they started the war.
I mean, hell, we get that with the sisters. In the first
Fallen
part.
Order.
No.
The Martell
sisters. Yeah,
Martez sisters.
Martez sisters, where they go to Ahsoka like, what are you talking about? There are no Jedi here. Like nobody cares about us. No one comes for us.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they go, "You're what we hope a Jedi is like, where you just go out and help people."
Yeah, and that's and you get that in Fallen Order too because when you meet Marin, she's like, "Oh, Jedi killed like my entire people," when in reality it was Grievous.
But then there's the one Dark Jedi who shows up and like takes over the Night Brothers.
Oh, what's his face? He was cool, but also a dick.
Yeah, Dark.
He was like floating a lot too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was also just a
ripped old guy with a whole bunch of...
Terran Malicos.
Yes,
but he was also like he was just a Dark Jedi. He wasn't a
he was corrupted.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, like it's crazy, really.
But now we've gone on that whole tangent of them knowing each other. This is where when we get to this point, right, that Vader is they've engaged Vader, and also the Inquisitors show up. So now they're sandwiched between them.
Yep.
And this is where philosophy starts to show through, which is Maul being like, "We can't do this. Run." Like, none of us are in top condition. We've all been fighting for days. Run. Get out of here. Master Daki and I will hold him off as best we can. And then he looks at Daki and goes, "Hey, this is not an Inquisitor. I don't know what the fuck this is, but this is not one of them."
Nope.
And he is too well trained in your ways right now.
You can't defeat him. He knows how to fight Jedi.
Yes. And
that he does.
And Daki's like, patience is, and like, because they're also like doing this in front of Devin, going like, "No, Padawan, patience is the true way."
Yeah.
And Maul is like, "No, violence of action. Like, take the American approach,
or
kick in the door."
Or I'd like to argue in this point,
okay,
that they were effective in fighting Vader until the Inquisitors showed up. They were 3v1ing him pretty well because they, and we'll get into this. But Daki makes a comment of like, "We can do this if we stick together and defend one another. We can get out of here in one piece." And they were at least containing Vader enough because of the combination of Daki's defenses. Honestly, having Devin there was just a bonus. But Daki being on the defensive and then Maul going for the attacks was enough to like keep Vader at bay, which makes sense because you have a Jedi Master. Granted, he is injured, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's been dying since like the whole show, really. But whatever he'd had like going on with his whole chest area and stuff like that.
That seems to be okay right now.
Not really. I mean, he was
wheezing a little bit.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Not wheezing like...
I don't think...
Not wheezing like Vader.
I don't think...
I'm just saying, it's like...
Has Obi-Wan happened yet?
Oh, no. No, it hasn't. No, because the TK troopers and stuff are still in their earlier Empire armor.
Yeah, but I'm not going to count. Oh, hold on. Let me.
And and Leia's like 10 in that, Like this is
I can't tell kids' ages.
Maybe because you're not grooming them.
Yeah, maybe because I'm not a creep and I'm not on the list or was on the island. When does...
Heard Maul was on the island. I bet she was right there with Palps.
God, tell our hot takes right now. I don't think that's a hot... All right, hold on. Obi-Wan takes place 9 years
After Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I thought Leia was 10 in that, though.
And this is where, like, the thing... All right.
And I'm telling you, Maul's like, I think 4 years, or like 3 or 4 years. Like, it's not... it's not... Are you, like, looking up, where the Maul fits in the timeline? Am I right?
Yeah, so...
Fuck yeah, I'm right.
This is, like, 1 year later.
Oh, what? 1?
Yeah.
1?
It takes place in 18 BBY, approximately 1 year after the events of Revenge of the Sith and the end of the Clone Wars.
I knew they phased out the clones quickly. I didn't think it was that quickly.
I think it's...
Damn, they said, fuck you guys.
I think this is...
Oh, you want us to war? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's how it is in the United States. I do not think they were winning, and I think...
Okay, no, I didn't say that they were winning. I said they were holding him at bay.
I don't think they were.
They were, I'm telling you.
I think... If I had to go this, I think Vader was like, okay, I can kill all 3 of them right now. Probably could have. Relatively easily.
Probably should have.
Or, I don't know who else knows who's alive. And they're out here because they're trying to meet with somebody. Who are they trying to meet with?
Okay.
This is before the path.
Hey, smart.
So
smart man.
And my only other thing is like,
who's coming to rescue him? Can I kill them too?
Yeah, can I get them? Because like, oh, you're rescuing them? All right, now follow them and just like continue dismantling. I think this was actually, I think he was like, delaying them to the point because we saw Kenobi when a ship takes off and Vader's like, no, wham, rips it open.
Yep.
And
psych.
And then the other one takes off. And so I'm like, okay, so we know he can stop a ship from in orbit.
Yeah.
Like Ahsoka could hold on to a ship.
That scene is so funny though. They're like, oh, you thought we were on that ship? We're actually on the one next to it.
Which brings the question: when he noticed that, he couldn't just go, all right, now can opener number 2. It's still a can opener, guys. I can still work with it.
I guess maybe because he like had a.
He was a little tired. He was like
tired.
He's
yeah.
like
wheezy.
He's like, I just hit max on bench.
Yeah.
Oh. So I don't think they were.
That's hey. Listen, the takes. He's got some takes tonight. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You said these on a lot of these podcasts. When I bring this up in the future.
Listen. Bad Batch was not your greatest. Okay, I'm just saying, wasn't great.
Kenobi, I think Kenobi, you and I both called a lot more
Fair.
than we did with Bad Batch.
Fair.
And I think Emery is not a clone. I don't care what anyone says.
Emery's a fucking clone, Chris.
Because she says so. She was grooming a child. Can you trust her?
So is Maul. Can you trust Maul?
No, I didn't say you could.
Anyways. We're not getting into this.
That's fine. I just thought it was a good point.
You gotta get like the Always Sunny like Philadelphia theme for this, and it's like Chris and Tyler fight over Emery again.
Mandalorian Grogu. There's not even a clone in this thing. But yeah, so we're watching the fight, and Maul takes the thing of like, we'll just fucking start bringing the ruins down because
Maul's scared.
Yeah,
which is nice to see. It's nice to see him scared. We don't get we get like a lot of little chats in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just like, I wasn't too invested in Vario, Two Boots, Lawson, and Riley.
No, they had Lawson and Riley had their stuff earlier. We know Lawson's gonna die.
This was a really simple, we need to get this place cleared out so that Dryden Voss can land.
Which, by the way, Dryden Voss lands with one other guy, and fucking all right, hold the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you need Maul?
Yeah. So like their whole storyline, I don't know if we really like need to spend all that much time on until like the end of it. But
Here, we can do it real quick. Lawson sacrifices himself by getting the big gun to hold off people because they use the big gun to take care of the. And it's an actual Imperial dropship. It's like Vader's style dropship.
oh yeah, the Imperial shuttle.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
That's
pretty much.
why. Hold on. Why is Vader's ride always getting either fucking jacked or destroyed? This man cannot keep a ship. Well, never mind. I take it all back. I realized who was in the suit. It's Anakin. So
Yeah.
his shit always ends up ruined somehow. So never get in a ship with Anakin or Darth.
No, I think you'd be okay in the ship with them. Just get off the ship when they get off.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, that's it. Like, just don't be on the ship afterwards.
Yeah.
But he sits there and Lawson goes, Two Boots, I don't give a fuck what happens. Get Riley to his mother.
Yeah.
That is the only way he is safe and doesn't go rot in a prison camp to build things for the Death Star.
Yeah.
Good call. Get him to his mom, drop him off at an Imperial outpost, and be like, hey, this is what happened. Cool. Here's the story. We were attacked by Jedi Knights. Bam. We still get the like he joins the Empire because of.
Yeah.
And I hope
I don't agree with you on that point, but we'll get there.
I hope we follow him.
I
think we need a foil to Devin.
I mean, I was gonna say I like Riley as a character too. I mean, like he
has daddy issues. I've seen it. I've lived it.
He has big ones now.
Yeah.
With Lawson, by the way, no body. We don't actually see him die. There's a chance that he's actually like injured but alive and being tortured. I'd like to think he's dead too. Like he disappears into the fog, but he never actually like.
There's apparently like a droid later on that like is modeled after Two Boots. They just paint him red, and I'm like, ooh, what if they just took Lawson and put him in a droid? They did to Anakin. It works.
True, but like no body.
Yep.
So
I think because he gave two swan songs, I think he is dead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying like there's a chance that he could not be.
There is,
just like Tech.
That
one hurt. That one hurt.
But I mean the goggles were the body. The glasses were the body.
Yeah. Then again, I thought Echo was dead, and so I mean, like that he got fucking blown up.
Yeah,
that was really a catch-22.
Yeah, it becomes a bad batcher.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, getting back to Docky, Devin, and Maul, or Devin and her two dads. I do love that, like, I mean, like Docky doesn't like or defend Maul, but I'd like to think that Maul respects Docky.
And just going into the whole Ahsoka could take Luke type situation.
Oh my god.
I don't think Devin has the experience fighting a proper Force user.
Mm-hmm.
So having somebody else that will like has knowledge of facing off against somebody who is, because that's the thing is like when two Jedi face each other, or Jedi, they use a Force ability around them, so that way, in theory, you can't just like pick someone up by the throat and start crushing it. Like your Force would kind of overpower that, Force, unless you were like, I don't know, trying to also catch a lightsaber with your hand. But yeah, so I think he respects him because he's like, well, I can't do this. Yeah. I cannot do this right now in the state that I currently am.
True.
And you also have that fundamental knowledge.
And also props to you for like surviving my master's grand plan.
Yeah, you survived.
Yeah. Congrats, buddy.
You're a survivor. Yeah. You ain't no quitter.
So yeah, there were like a lot of good setup scenes with while they're in the midst of like running in terror from Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like when Vader and Maul are facing off that Vader immediately goes for the leg again.
And it's just like it's like a rotate and tap.
Yep.
Like
cats.
My fucking leg, you asshole. And Vader, from listening to like an interview with Sam, is like he knows so much of the Force.
Yeah.
That the reason he's only using one lightsaber and one-handed is because he's using the Force to watch every swing. So that's just why he's like this.
Yeah.
And that is also part of my reasoning of like, Nope, he knew where they were all going to be constantly attacking, and he could use that in order to like, cool, I can make them feel like they feel like they're doing something.
Yeah.
It's not a blowout, and I can maybe figure out what the hell's
gentleman's
going on.
Yeah. Yeah. This I kept thinking back as they were fighting Vader of the ending to Fallen Order, where it's just like you can't defeat Vader.
Yeah,
he's not meant to be defeated.
You can't parry him. Nope. I think you get one parry off, and immediately after that, he just wails on you.
Vader doesn't even care about forms at that point when he's because he's just when he gets enraged and stuff, he's just get off of you. He's just beating him. He's beating him with the saber. The saber's no longer.
It's a bat. It's not a lightsaber.
It's no longer a beam of light. It's a baseball bat. He's just going to town on you.
I do see like he does fight very much like Dooku did, or I think it's supposed to be it is a faster version of how he would have been fighting Obi-Wan in A New Hope.
Yeah.
So like Alec Guinness, like he and Alec Guinness fight in a very. But they're both like. I also think for them, like one of the things like a lot of kung fu will do, like they'll do the standoff, and they'll be standing off from like it'll be like an uncomfortable amount of time where they're just like this, and there's like a slight movement, and it's like no, they both know each other so well that they're just sitting there like,
no,
the fight's already been happening.
Yeah,
you just don't get to see it because that's just them doing it at that level.
Yeah,
I do like that. Then the Inquisitors show up, and the fight on the bridge.
And they have to be on their best behavior, because their dad's there.
Yep.
Dad came to rescue to save the day, because obviously they did not have the situation under control. They did not.
Mm-hmm.
Because Inquisitors are just the budget like the Sith version of a stormtrooper. Like they're effective in numbers. But the second they go up against anybody with like actual training, they're screwed.
And it's also, I think it's in Jedi Fallen Order, the more organic a Inquisitor is, the more successful they are. When they don't have as much organic, or that you see a lot of them placed out with robotic parts, because I think it's the seventh sister, the second sister, the big one. She's got a robotic hand, a robotic foot, because she failed. So they took those away from her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, because that also makes me think is like, oh, are Merrick and this other guy not fully human?
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That tracks.
But that also make them like massive failures and not like.
I mean, so is Vader, but he's different.
Yeah, Vader succeeds a lot. I think Vader's like entire thing is like he's also. Like, when he brings in people...
He's also the angriest person in the galaxy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the rage, the hatred, I mean, those
he's
are
also, like, on Tarkin's leash. So, like, he is not even Sidious's apprentice anymore.
Yeah, he's not even the second in command. He's the third.
Yeah, like, Tarkin holds his leash.
Yeah. That's embarrassing, Vader. That's embarrassing.
But he also likes Tarkin.
Fuck Tarkin.
I mean,
Tarkin's a bitch. All my homies hate Tarkin.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna piss on Tarkin's grave. Oh wait, you can't. He disintegrated on the Death Star.
Why would he retreat in his moment of victory?
Good.
That's
how you know, like, a character or a villain's done like really well. It's like how much you hate him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was good
when he was brought back during the Clone Wars.
Oh my god! Oh, why are you here?
Go somewhere else.
And then Anakin liked him, and you're like, oh god, you have a terrible taste in men, Anakin. Terrible taste in men. Taste in wives might be okay. Taste in men, not so good. But anyway,
how did you marry him?
So they get separated, and the one Inquisitor goes after Devin. One Inquisitor stays behind to help with Daki, Vader, and Maul.
Yeah.
And then I think it's the 11th brother. No. The 11th brother stays. Merrick goes after Devin.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, like, we see Daki get knocked back and just shoves 11th brother off the side of the bridge.
Yep.
And that's him. He's might as well be dead for now. I picture that he has to walk back because he has to go like deal with Ahsoka in a couple years. And then we get Maul and Daki against Vader. This is my other point of saying that they didn't stand a chance. Maul and Daki are two incredibly well-trained Jedi or Force-sensitive people,
Yeah,
right?
Force users, yeah.
They're fighting Vader. There's not a scratch that happens to Vader. When all three of them are taking on Vader, 3v1ing him, there is not one blow landed on Vader.
Nope.
Maul gets knocked back, and Daki's in front of him, and Maul's like, I need to get rid of Daki now. Daki has fulfilled his use. I think he can sense Devin, like, watching or about to be in position.
Not watching. I think he's sensing Devin in trouble and also realizing the futility of the situation. So I don't know if it's a...
This does feel like a double-edged sword here, where... And this is... I don't know if you've seen this, where Mrs. Play will say this. Mrs. Play doesn't want to marry the hero.
Yeah.
A hero will sacrifice everybody for the greater good.
Yep.
You want a villain. You want someone who will be like, well, there's a family of 4 right there, and there's my lover over there. Well, here goes the rope to them. Sucks to be you all. That's the love of my life, not losing them.
Yeah.
Like, you want the person who'll make the world burn. And I think Daki would have sacrificed Devin to take out Vader.
Yeah, that's a good trade-off. I can't say I blame him.
Okay, so one kid for a Sith Lord is a worthy, like, kill the kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, just business. I didn't claim to be a hero either. So.
I understand, and this is the point, though, where I'm also looking at Maul, like, okay, Maul is like, we do need to get out of here. Daki is like, well, we can take them together, and Maul knows that they can't. So he gives Daki a little push to be like, you know what, if you think we can take him, show me. And
that was fucked up.
This is the only time...
That was such a mean push, too.
This is the only time where Vader gets a glancing blow to his pauldron.
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to wail on Daki.
Yeah, because he's like, oh my god.
And then he pulls out a bat.
Yeah. He said, oh, you want to chink my nice Sith armor? You know how expensive this is? Except not actually, because like Sidious put him in like the shittiest stuff possible.
Yeah, the most painful, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like wails on it. And I like that they do the thing they did from Clone Wars, where like the astromechs are getting blown to bits by the clone troopers. Mm-hmm. And they don't show it, you just see the shots going down.
Oh.
And it was equally as violent, where you see Daki getting wailed on.
Yeah.
But it's...
We were not in good hands.
Yeah, we were not.
No.
So Daki's killed.
The jumping back to him with just the lightsaber burning through him was so dirty. That was such a... That's fucked up, man.
But that is also
it's
how
unceremonial.
You see... Yeah, that's also how now you see Devin is like, fuck, my master's dead.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think... And Lawson saw the push.
Yeah.
Lawson saw the push, but Lawson died, so it doesn't matter.
Or did he?
Or did he? Ooh.
That would be... Yeah. Let me just brainstorm here.
Okay.
Let me just put it together. They keep Lawson imprisoned and tortured, trying to get more information about Maul, about Daki, where are the other Jedi, who else are you hiding? Somehow, Riley and maybe Riley's mom finds out that, like, you know, Lawson's alive. Riley somehow manages to rescue his father,
mm-hmm.
who tells him Maul betrayed Daki and got him killed to Vader. And then, because of the connection that Riley and Devin have, that's what ends up turning her against Maul in the future. That's all I got.
I was slowly thinking about that too, and I was just waiting for Maul to be like, well, what I told you is true from a certain point of view.
Oh, God.
I think it has to come out. Yeah. I think that line will be thrown out again.
Yeah.
Because I do think Daki would have sacrificed his Padawan to save, which, knowing what we know, objectively,
Yeah.
killing one kid to stop him, sure. That
Yep.
probably need to stop saying that on this podcast. For this is about Star Wars, not just we're gonna do that. But like sacrificing
Fuck them
Devin
kids. Sorry.
to stop Vader and essentially stop episodes 4, 5, 6 going down,
Yeah.
and then you save like planets.
Yep.
Where the people. Great trade. For a fight that they don't know
It's a
they
damn
can
good
win.
deal.
Would you take that deal? I take that deal.
Yeah.
For a fight that they don't know that they can win, that like at that point, Maul was correct. I think Maul was right to be like, we need to get the kid, we need to get out of here. You keep saying we can do this. Like we could have like easily hopped over, started collapsing the bridge behind us to build more room, and just fucking hoofed it.
Yep.
And tried to figure something else out. So I do think Maul was right in sacrificing Daki.
They could have.
I don't think they would have taken him.
No. So not taking him. I'm with you. That like, it sucks that Daki finally puts his trusted faith in Maul just for that at the worst possible moment. We can take them together. Maul.
He looks behind him too,
Maul,
and you see his face.
Yeah. Paging Darth Maul. Darth Maul to the fight scene, please. Darth Maul to the fight scene.
Sam, come on! I need you to pose again. Come on.
What if I say Star Killer really nicely? But yeah, him look. Oh, the look on his face. It was like he knew he was fucked right there.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew he didn't. And I think at that point too, when he gets that glancing blow and then he starts wailing on him, I think the realization that Maul was right also then comes to mind, where it's like
I can't fight him like a Jedi. He knows how.
Yeah, like patience. Yes, patience is a virtue, but also this is you need violence of action.
Yep. Yeah. Perfectly said.
And then Devin is fighting Merrick in the temple.
No. Merrick was the one who went over.
Was Merrick? Okay.
Yeah.
Fighting
Devin was fighting.
brother.
Yeah, the 11th brother, and her saber goes off the edge.
And then all of a sudden you see a gloved hand with a lightsaber come out, and it opens up. And she uses the Force to grab it and wail on... Use all of her anger.
Yeah.
Like, it was blind rage swinging. She was not fighting well.
No. But sometimes you don't need to fight well in that case.
No, you just overpowering.
Yep. Just like Vader, except Vader was more... They call it in Battlefront 2, when you're playing as Vader, the ability is called focused rage.
Yes.
And he's really good at that, whereas, Devin was just fucking blind.
Rage, wrath, and fury are all great to use. Mm-hmm. It's the anger and like the blinding part of it that, like, if you go, oh, I see red, or I see... No, now you're burning it.
Yeah.
But if you have fury or wrath or rage and you don't go blind by it, but you can get someone and go, okay, I'm going to work out what therapy couldn't on your face.
Yeah.
Then that's where you're at. Did she like collapse it on him? Did she even get a lick in on him, or did she hit him
on the brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she got a couple good hits on him.
Yeah, because he was worried for himself.
Yes.
So.
Oh, did she like kick him in the face too, or kick him out the window?
Yeah, like kicked him out the window.
Okay.
And yeah, like he's like down for the count in that case. But that's just in time for Devin to look back out the window, and Daki's getting a hole installed in his chest, courtesy of Darth Vader.
No, this is after Vader.
Was it really?
Yeah, that was after Vader. She sees that before. That's when she starts going on the rage. She starts fighting, but gets the thing knocked out.
Yeah.
Maul shows up with his. She takes it. Proceeds to beat
How
his
are
ass.
you not putting two and two together? They're like, oh, Maul's right here when he should have been right over there with my master. But hey,
your master wanted me to save you.
Yeah.
Your master wanted to make sure you got out of here. There are a million and one ways to rip that one.
I also think Maul's just going to come out and say it bluntly that, like, I sacrificed your master.
I don't think he will.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that's going to be him learning that, like, I can't go, by the way, I killed your master, so that way you would join me.
True. Yeah, you can't say those things.
I think it'd be like your master wanted you to live.
He's like back watching film on how he tried to get Ahsoka to help.
Yeah,
he's watching. He's like, can't say that.
No, can't. No.
Strike that out.
He's watching. He's literally watching. He's watching episode 4, going like, Oh, okay. Vader killed Anakin. Okay, so your master wanted you to survive. He wanted you to live. That's why I had to come find you.
So this is the stuff Obi-Wan's saying. That makes sense.
Okay, that's how he gets the kids.
Okay.
Got it.
I was wrong.
Stop manipulating kids. God, they don't belong on a battlefield. Tanaka is right. Tanaka's right. I don't take children onto a battlefield. You were kidnapping them. That was a different day.
Oh God, Hondo.
The only good guy in all of Star Wars is the fucking pirate.
Yeah. These are fucking kids. Come on.
I don't send children to battle.
Yeah. I want him to show up in other places so badly.
Uh,
We are so starved for Hondo.
He shows up in Outlaws.
In the game, really?
Yeah.
Does it really?
There's the DLC is he's between crews at the moment.
He's always between crews. That man was a free agent from the Clone Wars on. Okay.
He's voiced by Winnie the Pooh.
Hondo's on Instagram posting the poll of who want me, and it's 100% no. That's Hondo. Give me a Hondo and Han Solo adventure. That'd be so fucking funny, honestly.
Only if it's the kid. If it's Harrison Ford being surly about it, then no, it wouldn't be as fun. It would
like a younger hair.
Get the kid who played him in Solo. Yeah, do that.
Oh God, he'd be so annoyed.
That's how that could have been the third episode. Was they went to Hondo Anaka to get the stuff to get for Java, and Hondo fucked up, and that's why
they owe him all that money. Yeah,
it's all Hondo Anaka's fault.
Ooh.
Mrs. Play and I want to play that because she's like, oh my god, it's Hondo, because that was announced when we were at Star Wars Fest Japan, and she's like, okay, we got to play that because she wants more Hondo, and I'm like, Hondo is like one of the best Star Wars characters. But yeah, and so naturally everyone gets on with Dryden Voss, Two Boots and Riley.
Yep.
Talon and Devin and Maul, and then so does Vario.
Yeah,
and they are able to get off the planet.
I can't believe Vario survived this season. Props to him. He actually had his big moment where the Lawsons convinced him to be bait.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're the smallest and hardest to hit. I like how he's the entire time. I'm big and strong. Yeah. I'm big and strong. So in the trailer, oh god, and this is one of the things they do, or Maul does a take of "I'm one with the Force is me."
Yeah. And they didn't use it in the show, right?
Yeah.
Was there a scene with it, or like associate? Because remember, notably, I did not watch the trailers at all.
Yeah,
which I think I should start doing with Star Wars again. I've been I've been disenfranchised in that regard, but I think I really need to start keeping up with my Star Wars news more and getting back into the anticipation factor of it.
I master the Force serves me. And here, hold on, I'll let me play this for Tyler so people might hear it. Here we go.
But he didn't do it wasn't him actually saying the scene, like saying it in the animation, right? It was just the voice line itself.
It was just the voice line, I saw that and I'm like, I cannot wait to hear how they implement that, because that was such a cool line. Like, I'm one with the Force is with me. To hear the Sith version of that, like, oh, well, that could also just be like, hey, here's season 2.
Yeah.
Now here's the other thing I will say. You're aware of the Avatar issue, right?
Where it leaked and stuff, and
well, that too. I wish I would have downloaded it. So Avatar: Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
They went to the studio and they're like, "Hey, you guys get to do another season of Avatar. You only get one season." So they did this tight story. Bam.
Yeah.
Start finish.
Yeah. The 12-episode first season. Yeah.
Yep. And then they do it, and the second season got greenlit.
Yeah.
After.
It wasn't just the second season. It was I think 36 more episodes. So I think it was actually like the rest of the series technically got greenlit.
Oh, did it? I heard it was like you might not get it. So that's why every story wraps. And the thing I will say here is, and this is my lead into, like, this could have ended here.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Maul has an apprentice, which was the whole point of this story was he needs an apprentice.
Mhm.
Then we could have gotten comics about Riley and Devin and, Maul. Because, like, everyone else died.
Yeah.
And we know what happens to Voss. And like everybody else's story has been answered. So right here, if they would have said, hey, there's no season 2, the story wraps up perfectly. Because we know where everyone else ends
Except
up.
for Devin.
Except for Devin.
Yeah.
And then, but much like the Acolyte, here's your comic, here's your book.
True.
Cool. Now we're done.
It surprises me that we don't get more animated Star Wars shows in the grand scheme of things, because compared to the live action stuff they do, it's so much cheaper. I mean, way cheaper. Because you're not dealing with
people,
scenes, and also, let's just be real, like, they've mastered the animation style that they use across everything,
The animation, I think, is still expensive, though.
I mean, it's...
And Disney, trying to lay everybody off to replace on AI.
True. Dicks, whatever. Man, I've been a foul-mouthed sailor on this podcast today.
It's okay. I've been good. I haven't reminded everyone that, hey, Darth Talon R34 from Legends is not a kid.
Oh God,
not a kid.
I don't know about that. Oh, in Legends, yeah.
Legends is not a kid.
Okay, all right.
And is with Maul.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we're barreling toward that reality that Darth Talon's gonna be
recanonized.
Yeah.
No,
which is so interesting because I was diving back and I don't know like the huge authenticity to this because I haven't had the time to dive back into it. But like like George had written a sequel trilogy about like before he'd sold the rights to Disney.
I heard a rumor that he might have, or he wanted to do the books.
Yeah, so he settled on Darth Maul as being like the main antagonist, with Darth Talon as like the other villain. And so like they're fighting the syndicates and like all the crime and stuff in 7, 8, and 9. Which I think that'd be pretty cool.
I've heard rumors that apparently they want to use Mandalorian and Grogu as a way to like
retcon
stuff. I really hope they don't. I don't think you can retcon something.
So,
or I don't think you can retcon something like this.
The only, I think, instance where you're going to be able to undo the trilogy, the sequel trilogy, is if you use the world between worlds. That's the only way you like.
I don't think they can do that. And my only reason is so much of The Mandalorian was about giving clones the Force.
True, yeah.
For the Emperor.
It was building toward that, but I mean, they I'm not the biggest fan of The Mandalorian's third season. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that you had to go watch the Book of Boba Fett, which the Book of Boba Fett turned into The Mandalorian 2.5.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of how they handled that. I thought the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian were perfect.
Yeah. Hell, even season 3 with him like being like, hey, the kid's here on the farm with me, and maybe we train to be we protect this planet, and this becomes like new Mandalore.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I mean, like, we can't rehash the past. We can't rehash these movies. I think
logistically, if you look at episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then you look at 7, 8, 9, and just look at the Star Wars logistics of it all, you realize that they are both equally as terrible. Say what you want about the Canto Bight scene. Say what you want about like.
Wait, are you comparing 4, 5, and 6 to 7, 8, and 9?
I am.
I do not agree with that at all, but okay.
I'm just saying, like Star Wars wise, where it's like Luke is now trained in the Force. How long was Luke training there? Like a couple months, dude. Well, how long was Rey training? Like, well, she's a Mary Sue. He's a fucking Johnny Storm. Like, I don't know what you want.
No, so like that's my issues are within like well, first of all, you want to talk about pacing issues. Like episode 9 is the grandfather of all.
Oh, that is a
pacing.
sprint. That entire movie is like,
Is a
sit down,
sprint.
we're getting to the end.
And there's just so much stuff that's never explained or brought up and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like that's, I think if you take 9 out of the equation, for me, I like the sequels. If you take 9 out of the equation,
9 has a lot of issues. It's like when someone actually sits down and like talks about 6, and it's like Harrison Ford. Like you can tell that Harrison Ford wasn't supposed to be in this movie.
yeah,
And like you look at the Jabba the Hutt rescue and how little sense that makes.
yeah,
But it's like Luke does it, but none of it's like he actually doesn't do anything impressive.
no,
But it's like, but he's a Jedi and he saved Han Solo. And like when you look at some of those merits between the movies, they start to line up, and you go, okay, some of this has always been bad. But you watched it as a kid, and it was fun
man, seeing Luke with that fucking sick green lightsaber though,
for the first time.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
And then he gets shot in the hand as he's posing and doing the Star Wars pose.
Yeah.
But-
So like objectively, like 6 is the weakest movie of that trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. 5 is a cinematic masterpiece, just transcends Star Wars itself. It's just one of the greatest movies of all time.
I think 5 is only beaten by Andor.
Really,
No, I'm sorry. Rogue One.
really interesting.
5 is a perfect Star Wars movie.
I think 5's almost a perfect movie.
I do
So,
too, but I think Rogue One is more approachable.
Yeah.
If you were like, hey, I want to watch a good Star Wars, go watch Rogue One.
True.
Well, I don't want all the. Just go watch Rogue One. It's a good movie. Like, just start to finish, it's a good movie.
I recommend Rogue One to anybody who has only watched the original.
Trilogy.
Yeah.
That's solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And then you watch 1, 2, and 3 for Padme Amidala.
Oh yeah, you do.
Anyway,
I'm starting to like girls at that time. Oh. Yeah.
Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman. Let me tell you,
Carrie Fisher may have been our princess, but Natalie Portman was our queen.
isn't Natalie Portman like pregnant again, or like about like in a new relationship or something? She was on the market for like a minute, like a New York minute.
We're gonna stop. I want Natalie Portman to live in your head.
You
Like-
don't want the thoughts that come out of my mouth right now, right?
No, no, Natalie Portman might be on the wrong side of history. She might be a Red Hatter.
Listen, all I'm saying is that Natalie Portman. You
put-
saw what Anakin Skywalker would do for her.
I'm just saying,
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, you need to follow her down a path that you probably shouldn't go.
Well,
like let me.
I'll see if these claims are meritable. But anyway,
Yeah, I need to double check those. Like,
can I get a source, please? I need you to fully flesh these out. But no, I'm excited for a season 2. I'd like to think that we were right on like 90% of our predictions. Really, I think the only thing that we ruled out Vader appearing. I think at that point, right?
Yes.
So I was surprised that he actually showed up. But granted, I mean we did make the case that Maul and a Jedi Master and a Jedi Padawan being in league together was kind of enough to ruffle some feathers. You know, it's like shake the hornet's nest. So it's not a complete surprise that he showed up. You know, we didn't even talk about the fact about how they actually get away from Vader. How many times did Maul bring the house down on people? That is like
that was his way to get out.
Yeah.
Which honestly, like, at that point, like, because we watch, God damn, that brings us back to the worst part of Kenobi is like when Kenobi like raises everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's good to know that like no matter how powerful someone is with the Force, you might not be able to outmuscle them, but you can literally force them to have to go so many places.
Mm-hmm.
That because that's essentially what Sidious did to Yoda. I think Yoda in like a fair fight could have taken Sidious.
I mean, he did. Sidious lost that fight. Let's just put it like it is.
But once he starts throwing all the shit at him, going
Yeah.
like, and Yoda now has to like,
that was so funny. I don't know if you caught it, but when Maul was bringing the house down, you could see Vader throwing a couple of rocks at him.
yes,
He's like, "You son of a bitch, stop it!"
it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm excited for season 2.
yeah, and I think
I don't think Vader. I hope Vader doesn't come back.
I really don't think he's gonna. I think that we're gonna get like a whole new set of enemies in the next season of Maul, because I don't think the Inquisitors are like they could be chasing them, but I think Maul slips them at this point.
I think we get jobber Inquisitors who are like no names in the comics that like
Yeah,
okay, they haven't been used, cool, throw them against here. Or like we send the big one after him and this is how she fails and loses her arm. Like
yeah.
you know I could see making a return?
Who?
I could see them being like, hey, this is how we bring Quinlan Voss back. This is how we bring Asajj
Quinlan fucking Voss.
This is how we bring Asajj Ventress back. This is how we tie them together off doing their own thing.
And I mean, that's good prediction, man.
That would be.
I
fun
hope
one.
that comes. I'm such a big Quinlan Voss fan.
I love how much Obi-Wan's annoyed by him.
Yeah,
fucking love it.
but like the story of like Quinlan Voss like falling to the dark side.
I haven't read it. I really want to.
You need to.
I know. I got a lot I got to finish.
Okay.
This is a backlog year. I'm working on backlogs.
I really can't.
Please don't. Please don't.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry. I want to get through this. What that is that Jedi Lost or Jedi what?
No, that's Dooku Jedi Lost. That's focused on Dooku.
Yeah.
The Ventress one, I can't remember the name of the book. I know the story though.
Okay. I'll get that. I'll find it.
Another reason you're gonna hate the Jedi, by the way. So
yeah, no, the Jedi aren't good guys. They're the
they were once upon a time, man. They were
supposed
they
to.
used to be. They used to be, man.
Acolyte might show us otherwise.
No. I'm talking way back. Keep going.
Look, you're both assholes with laser swords. You're both the problem. That's to the old Republic. How much further back am I going?
Shut up.
All right. Thank you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you want to ever talk to us about Star Wars or really other random furry conversations about Star Fox, check out our Discord. The link will be in there. We've been
That's what you go with?
Yeah.
That's your pitch to the Discord?
Just jump into the Discord. It's weird, man. The Discord's a weird place. We've been talking a lot about Castlevania and Star Fox, and there was a picture of Samus Aran as Han Solo, and it shows off her very ample, tight part of her body that I am most attracted to. And everyone was saying something about that. And then I was like, well, actually, all the things I have for her are full frontal in the power armor, because the power armor stays on during foreplay. Yeah, that's where we're at. Is your nose okay?
I had to make sure I didn't just
spit. Yeah, thank you
all
for that.
over the setup.
But yeah,
okay.
Thank you guys so much. Remember, you're all winners out there. Keep it weird and have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your day.
Ciao. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Ka-chow, ka-chow.